The Ziti Bolognese. Okay, so let's start here. First, we're gonna get all of our mise en place ready. So we chopped up celery, onions, carrots, pretty small, kind of all the same size, so it cooks evenly. I threw like 5 or 6 cloves of garlic in there because I'm crazy and like a ton of garlic. We've got our herbs ready to go. We're gonna chop those once, use them twice. We've got a bunch of little things here ready to go for our herb ricotta pockets. We're gonna make that all in a little bit. And we got a huge can of sauce for $3 that we're gonna super jazz up and make really, really tasty. So you can feed a ton of people and not spend a ton of money.
Do we need more sauce?
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. 2 pounds of pork. And then we've got 2 pounds of ground chuck that we're gonna put straight in there too. Throw all this away. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna go ahead and season now too. So don't be afraid of salt. Really get in there. Make sure you've got lots and lots of flavor on this beef as it cooks in. Tons of pepper. I'm doing just oregano on the beef, and then we're gonna add some fresh herbs later directly into the sauce. This is garlic powder. Let this be your friend, just for the beef. So once this is all nice and brown, we're gonna throw all of our mirepoix in here, and I'm even gonna put the garlic straight in there with this too. So now it's time, we're gonna make our herb ricotta pockets, okay? So we wanna make sure that this is all ready to go. So we're gonna put ricotta in the big bowl.
Whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah. I got the 32 ounce, because we're gonna make a ton of this sauce, a ton of this pasta, and we want this kind of like sprinkled in and kind of tucked in to the sauce all nice and pretty like. So then we're gonna do the Parmesan. If you wanna add that guy in here.
Little at a time?
Little at a time.
Okay.
And we're gonna,
shake it in.
yeah, we're just gonna like mix this guy in. See, this is kind of like the ricotta layer for lasagna, only we're not gonna add eggs. We don't have to worry about layering. We don't have to worry about like adding all those other 59 steps. We're literally going to tuck this into the sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit of this garlic powder too. Right? Get it all kind of crazy in here. And this is just chopped parsley from earlier, and it'll give it some nice pretty color to those little pockets too. Keep going. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of this beef stock, of this beef fat out. You can leave it in, and adds, like I said, a great layer of that flavor. But you know, you're watching it, you don't wanna leave it all in there. Feel free to drain this completely. But I leave it in because it adds beautiful flavor. We're just gonna add these directly into the pot. That's why we do something big enough to hold all this sauce, because once this is done, it'll be able to hold all your pasta too. Okay, so we're gonna let this come together. We're gonna add all of our herbs. We've got basil, we've got rosemary, we've got thyme. Again, don't be shy. These tomatoes need some salt. So add your salt. So we're gonna let this come together. We're gonna work on our pasta. So let's pour in here. It's very, very, very highly salted water. Salty like the sea. Happy little signature here. Super secret to not, this is something that you really wanna do to jazz up any kind of tomato sauce. Butter. Unsalted, full fat, regular butter, not margarine, nothing crazy, none of that extra stuff. Real straight butter goes directly into the sauce. Okay, now it's time to drain the pasta. And you can reserve a little bit of this for the sauce if you want to help kind of retain the sauce better, but you don't have to. And let all of this beautiful sauce absorb into the pasta. And if it looks like a ton of sauce, trust me, it'll get absorbed, everything will be good, it'll still be nice and saucy, but this will all get sucked up into this pasta and make it nice and fat and beautiful. Then we're gonna grab this guy, and you can ladle this in here, but we're gonna just put this into this big, huge pot, just like this. Then we're gonna add our herb ricotta pockets. So let's grab this guy, and literally with the same spoon that you used, grab a little bit, and just start tucking it in everywhere you see. And you can pour, but we're literally just gonna sprinkle this on And we're gonna pluck these little flowers off like this. Now we're gonna cover, bake at 375 for 30 minutes. We're gonna take the top off, let it go for another 10 minutes under the broiler, and then you're good to go. This is gonna feed everybody twice. Yeah, it's gonna feed everybody and be really, really delicious. And you didn't break the bank. And there's no extra dishes. Boom.
Easy.